Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our EAFC 25 career mode here with Bayern Munich. We're returning today off the back of what I labelled my favourite game of the save so far, and it's been a little while since I actually played it, that 2-2 draw against Borussia Dortmund, which has left things all to play for in the Bundesliga. Currently ourselves top, but just by 3 points with 10 games left to play. Today we will have more of those fixtures in the Bundesliga as we reach the run-in, as well as the Champions League last 16 as we take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, looking to reach the quarterfinals. Those to crack on with. Let's dive into the first game, and we're going straight into that Champions League clash against City. I haven't played for a few weeks. I'm feeling a little bit apprehensive, but Auf geht's die rotten. So yes guys, I am back. First game is a big one as well, and as I say, it has been quite a while since I actually last sat down and recorded a video. I've moved into my new house, so I'm sort of all set up. I still don't have Wi-Fi at the time of recording this, but thankfully I can record and play offline. So yeah, we're back today in the new setup. I've done a few tests of the audio. I hope it's going to be all right. From what I can tell, it's a little bit echoey, but that is because I'm in a larger space than I was before. Once I fill it out, I'm hoping that the echo will sort of disappear a bit. But yeah, back today. Looking forward to this one at Champions League last 16 as we look to reach the quarterfinals. As Fonzie finds Luna, and there's Musiala in the rain here in Manchester as Musiala flashes that wide. But yeah, in the new house, feeling good and looking forward to getting back into some career mode. Haaland, bit of space for the big man. Haaland lays it off to De Ketelaere, and I've just parted like the Red Sea there as Ronnie makes a good save. And I do have a feeling I might be a little bit more open than we normally are when we play. As I mentioned, it's been quite a while since my last playing session, so there's every chance that we do give away a few more goals, but that's given away to Dusan and Musiala. That's a good block. Good press this again from Bayern Munich. Back to the keeper, but that's going to be Sasha's ball, and he knocks it down to Elise. Space to drive into. Luna to Musiala, and there's the opening goal. And it's not taken us long. I said it had been an end-to-end start to the game, but it's Bayern Munich who take the lead in Manchester. And it's no surprises that it's the captain with the goal. Great work by Luna. Another assist for him. And just as Wilson Esbrand tries to make the tackle, Musiala fires it into that corner, and Bayern Munich take the lead. Oh, that's a brilliant ball through though. Foden with Inacio for company. Haaland tight angle, but he gets round Maya, and Inacio just about gets there. We're into the second 45 in a game that's been quite open and end to end. Both sides sending lots of bodies forward in the hunt for goals. There's not really been too many clear-cut chances. Of course, Musiala really with the best one that he took to give us the opening goal. But yeah, there's been chances at either end, opportunities on the break. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more goals tonight, let alone in the remainder of the tie. Sasha wins it back now. Elise forward to Sem, up against Jared Branthwaite. Nice feet by Bakker. And Elise holds off Wilson Esbrand. Musiala, lovely skill. Jamal, it's 2. And it's the OP drag back, but it's Jamal Musiala again. Yeah, definitely way too early to say we're there or halfway there or even really a third of the way there. There's still a lot of football to be played, and this is Manchester City after all. As Haaland finds Davis, lovely ball through, and Maya with a brilliant piece of defending. Not for the first time our backline have done really well to stop Man City in their tracks, but if we get a third goal tonight, then it may well be over. As Mensah goes on, Bakker, Luna, it's brilliant, and Bayern have 3. dismantling City in their own backyard, and Federico Luna, who's had a brilliant second half of the season, gives us the third. And maybe now that is too much of a big step for Man City to get themselves back into this. Mensah does brilliantly. Bacca with the pass through to Luna, and the finish is fantastic. Couldn't really have asked for much more in that first leg. A 3-goal aggregate lead to take back to Munich, and a clean sheet in the second leg, and Bayern Munich will be heading to the quarterfinals. What a fantastic result to kick off today's episode. So obviously a fantastic result to kick off the episode as Brighton take a 1-goal aggregate lead back to the Amex against Real Madrid. Wow, that would be some story, but we've got to keep our focus as we return to league action back at the Allianz, taking on FSV Mainz, who are having a pretty solid season, currently in 7th place. Of course, Dortmund right on our coattails, still yet to lose in the Bundesliga this season, but 3 points behind us with 10 to play. We win our final 10 and it is done, out of Dortmund's hands, and another title for Bayern Munich. A big ask to win all 10, and I think 8 will probably be enough. Let's get the first of those here. Auf geht's, Die Rotten. As I mentioned pre-game, obviously Dortmund still yet to lose, and any slip-ups from us, I'm sure they will be waiting in the wings to capitalise. But that's a lovely ball through. Sembaka, oh, what have I done? Luna into the captain Jamal. Look at the space in the middle. What a pass. And Elise to Bacca. Oh, he's missed it this time. We keep coming. Endless attacks from Bayern. Musiala, Sem, Elise, Jamal. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, it's fantastic. It's a brilliant team goal. And this time Sem Bacca is on hand. And it's been coming in the opening 20 minutes. And the one-touch passing there, my goodness, maybe I should take a 3-week break every time I sit and record, because we have been on fire today. Brilliant passing move, always seem to have a spare man. And Musiala finds the pass to Bacca to give us the lead. 27th goal of the season for the main man, Sem Bacca. Is it arguable that he's been the best player throughout the entire course of the save? I'm not sure. Obviously, we've not used him for that long. It's not even been 2 seasons, but he's just so deadly in front of goal, man. And I don't think we've had any striker, at least, that I felt as confident when I've gone through on goal as I have with Sem Bacca. Marcus Leonardo was great. Cameron Archer was always a decent backup. Oh, what a ball. Ronnie can't get there. And Mainz are level, no clean sheet today. What a cross that is from the left. Well, deadlocked at 1 apiece at the break as the second half kicks off. Not getting too worried just yet. Still a long, long way to go. And we had plenty of chances in that first half before finding the breakthrough. But it is a little bit concerning as Loader gets there. And oh, it's off the woodwork as Bayern Munich survive a huge, huge scare. Dusan, bit of space, changes for both sides as Tillman, one of those, and Sem Bacca. Well, you just knew it was going to be him. Malik Tillman off the bench with an instant impact as he replaces the captain Musiala. And as I say, you just knew it would be him. Sem Bacca, goal 28 of the season. Mainz looking for one final chance. They've played well today. Oh, no, 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 no. They've found a chance and they've found a leveller as well. Scenes at the Allianz, but not for Bayern Munich, as it's the away side who have pinched a point late on. Well, I can't believe that. First league game of the episode after a great start with that win in Manchester. And we bottled it right at the end. The ball in behind Bissek, and he couldn't deal with the runner. Marshall fires in the late leveller, and Bayern Munich slip up in their first of their remaining 10 Bundesliga fixtures. Over to you, Borussia Dortmund, who can close the gap to just 2 at the top of the table. Well, second leg of the Champions League last 16 to come. Of course, we hold a very, very strong aggregate lead heading into the second leg, but let's find out if Dortmund won, which they did. So just a single point separating the top two with 9 to play. Big win away in Berlin as they defeated Hertha by 2-1. But our attention returning to the second leg of the Champions League. Big games coming left, right and centre. Manchester City at the Allianz. Keep a clean sheet or concede no more than 2 and we will be in the quarterfinals. We've got 1 foot there already. We just need to make sure we see it out and make it into the final 8 of Europe's elite. Auf geht's, die Rotten. So yeah, a huge uphill task for Manchester City coming away to Germany at the Allianz with a 3-goal aggregate lead, and that's loose, and oh my goodness, what a start. Ismail Benacer fires in the opening goal. Of course, the man that we sold to Manchester City. Ronnie gets caught stepping over Haaland, and Benacer from range fires it in. Right, calm it down, guys. Just calm it down. Ronnie made a huge save in all of that, as well as Haaland raced through, and the rebound just fell nicely for Benacer on the edge. I mean, it was a great strike. Kept it down, kept it on target, and smashed it past Ronnie. But nah, there's no way I'm letting this slip, man. We are not doing a Stevie G as Elise looks to go on a run. Michael Elise, brilliant skill. Elise shot blocked. Chevalier out to Jeremy. Nice ball through. Back to the Argentine. And again, oh, what a big save. Ronnie and Merlin did well. Why am I throwing it out quickly? Calm it down, boys. Big save by Ronnie. Still a goal behind as the second half gets underway. But as I mentioned, I feel confident we will get ourselves on the score sheet at some point. It's not very often that we draw a blank as Lopez finds Bonzi, opens up for him. Quite day so far in front of goal for Bayern Munich, but here goes Lopez. Brilliant run across the box for Marquez. And Marquez! Oh, that's brilliant! Off the bench for Semba. He's just booted the ball at the post, but he's levelled it up on the night, and that should be enough to send Bayern Munich through. That is fantastic from Marquez. Keeper started to come for it. Look how high he is off the ground. And Marquez with practically his first involvement over the keeper into the back of the net. And I said it had been a quiet day in front of goal. A couple of changes, and Marquez, one of those, surely seals us into the final 8. And here he goes again. Marquez. And Rojas, it's 5. And we've turned it on in the second half. The substitutes doing the business. Rojas makes it 2-1 on the night. And Bayern Munich are through now. There's no coming back from this, even for the great Pep Guardiola Man City. Well, there is the final whistle. It's all over here in Munich at the Allianz. And whilst Man City were the better team tonight in this second leg, Bayern Munich still victorious, and it's 5-1 on aggregate as we head through to the quarterfinals. A statement made to the remaining sides in the competition. The we mean business. I want that second Champions League of the save after winning one with Southampton. And I'm feeling confident that this might be our season. What a performance against Man City. Well, another huge game up next as we travel to the Red Bull Arena as we see Collins handing in a transfer request. I'm not really too fussed at the moment, mate. We've got bigger fish to fry. I'm going to do one advance in the calendar, and we will find out if our opponents have been drawn in the Champions League quarter-finals. We are, well, we don't know yet. Man, I wish they would sort that out. Why does it take so long to appear? We'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll be taking on Brighton. It's Brighton, another English side. we won't see the full draw for the quarterfinals yet. We might have to wait until after our next game. But it is Brighton and Hove Albion who won 1-0 at the Amex. So 2-0 over the two-legged affair against the mighty Real Madrid. Another trip back to England as we will take on Brighton in the quarterfinals. Wow, man, that is incredible. Really looking forward to that two-legged affair coming in the next episode. But got to focus on the here and now as we travel to the Red Bull Arena to take on Leipzig. They were the only team to defeat us last year. And if they do the same this season, it will give Borussia Dortmund a chance to go at top of the table as they host Hoffenheim at the Signal Iduna Park. We have to make sure we get back to winning ways in the league here with a big, big victory. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Yeah, huge game here, of course. We had a bit of leeway at the start of the episode with that 4-point gap. But as that's now been cut to just 1, this has become a must-win game. Whereas before... Oh, that is brilliant. And Baka can't slide it home. Mensah gets a toe on that. Elise holds on to it nicely. Now Dusan will play the advantage. Dusan round the corner for Jamal. Flag stays down. Elise, there it is. First real opening of the game, bar that one for Baka in the opening couple of minutes. And Bayern Munich holding their nerve, taking the lead. And it's Musiala involved to Michael Elise, who couldn't miss. The Austrian into Tino, former player of ours at the Saints, and through to Brobbey, who's caused me issues before. But that is comfortable enough for Ronnie in between the sticks. I think that'll do it for the first 45. As we will head into the break leading by 1, but by no means over yet. And we know that Leipzig have the quality to get back into this. Oh, what a touch by Federico Di Marco, but he's dispossessed by a really well-timed tackle. Elise gets there, back to Musiala. This could be it. Oh my goodness. If we do end up failing to win, I have only got myself to blame. That is an awful tackle, that. But Luna gets back to his feet, finds Baka, and this might seal it anyway. Musiala for 2. It's done. It's game. Bayern Munich staying top of the table. Oh, wow. Mensah with a strong tackle straight from kickoff. And the crowd did not like that. And neither did the referee. It's red for Mensah, and that might just change the complexion of the last 20 minutes. Leipzig looking to get back into the contest, Bayern down to 10. Well, there's me saying it's game over and it's done, and then I go and make a stupid challenge with Mensah. Unnecessary. It has allowed Leipzig back into this. Great defending by Inacio. Waiting to make some subs. I think we'll just about be all right, and we will hold on. And as Luna racing onto that, Federico to seal it. It's done. It is done now. Federico makes it 3, even with the 10 men. Bayern Munich find the 3rd goal. It's done, and we're staying top of the Bundesliga. Well, as we get back to the menu, we know we will be top, and it looks like Dortmund slipped up as well. A 1-1 draw at home to Hoffenheim means that the gap is extended back to 3 points with 8 games left to play. We've got the superior goal difference as well, and now with a 2-week gap until our next game, we know that we have realistically 2 games that we can slip up in before Dortmund will overtake us. But we'll jump into our next one away against Augsburg. As I say, after the international break, Borussia Dortmund are at home to Mönchengladbach, who are having a good season. So we're hoping for another favour there. Dortmund, well, it's not a loss. They're still unbeaten, but another draw on the board for Nuri Sahin's side. Yeah, that slip up from Dortmund just gives us a little bit more leeway that we didn't have before. And as Bakker reverses that to Elise, lovely footwork. And Luna fires it wide. Would have been the perfect start. Bakker. Musiala. Jamal. Oh, what a finish. And Bayern Munich don't look as if they're willing to give up this title. We've been leading pretty much the whole way. And despite Dortmund being unbeaten, we are not giving them a sniff. Bakker does well, offloads to Musiala, and the finish is perfect into that top corner. Bayern lead again. Well, not the greatest of first 45s that we pretty much dominated possession and really the territory without looking like scoring, not really force flecking into any saves. And I'm sure Augsburg will be happy just sticking in the game at one apiece, taking inspiration from Mainz, that they might be able to steal a point late on. But if we grab that second goal, are we confident we can see the game out? And Federico Luna says, Gaffer, don't worry about it. That's exactly what I will serve up for you. He's been in fantastic form recently and really turning his season around after a pretty slow start. Goal in Dortmund by the sounds of it. Who's it for? It's Gladbach. 2 goals to the good. And well, that might be us extending our gap to, what was it? What was it before kickoff? Was it 3 or 4? I honestly can't remember. It might be 7 points, and this might be a third. Lovely build-up, and Bakker makes it 3. And the title might be staying in Bayern Munich's hands once again. Oh, Inacio spun. Played back to Baleba. What a strike. No clean sheet for us today. I'm sure we'll hold on for the victory, but with just under 15 to play, the former Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder fires in a rocket. But in the end, it is not going to have an impact on the scoreline. Big fan of Carlos Baleba in real life. I think he's another great young talent at Brighton. Of course, the side that we will be facing in the Champions League quarter-final. But his goal coming in vain here. All the damage done early on for Bayern Munich, who held a 3-goal lead. Disappointed not to hold on and keep the clean sheet, but at this stage of the season, the 3 points are all that matter. Well, as we get back to the menus, let's find out how Dortmund got on. And the gap is 6, so another slip-up from Nuri Sahin's side. Where is it? Yeah, they did lose by 2-0. So their first loss of the season, 7 games left to play, and the gap is 6 with a 15 superior goal difference. It is most certainly looking as if it is in our hands, but we will close out today's episode with our first game of April as we take on VfB Stuttgart. Dortmund don't play for a couple of days and have to travel to Leverkusen, who sit in 4th. So a chance to extend our gap even further at the top before heading into our Champions League quarter-final in the next episode. Let's close out the episode with another dub. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Well, early in the second half here, still deadlocked at 0-0, but with that gap at the top, I'm confident bringing off my starters. I'd much rather keep them fit and fresh for that Champions League quarter-final first leg, and I trust the boys coming on, the likes of Tillman and Marquez, who have proved themselves not just this season, but this episode, as that's Rojas and his effort turned away. I still feel confident that we can find a winning goal, even with most of our big hitters taken off. Merlin into Lima now. Bratzig off the bench. Lopez looking for Tillman, who does well on the slide, and he might get it back. Malik Tillman, it is him! Once again off the bench. Malik Tillman doing it from the substitutes bench. He is the GOAT of substitutes, man. What a substitute from yours truly once again. Marquez through to Malik, and he slides it under the keeper to give us the lead. And I said I trust the boys on the sidelines, and it's 2 of those subs linking up to give us the lead. Malik Tillman with another huge goal for Bayern Munich. What a signing he was on deadline day. Well, it's all over here at the Allianz. Not a classic by any stretch of the imagination, but as I said, at this point of the season, all that matters is the 3 points. Malik Tillman, the hero, off the bench to score the winning goal as two of the substitutes link up to claim all 3 points for Bayern. Let's go and sim forward a few days, find out how Dortmund got on, and see if we will be extending our lead at the top to close out today's episode. All right then, guys, that is where we will leave it for today's episode. Loads of progress made in that big victory over Manchester City over 2 legs to make it through to the Champions League quarterfinals, which will come in the next episode, taking on Brighton over 2 legs. We've got more big games in the Bundesliga as we see Dortmund slipping up once again. A 1-1 draw away at the Bayer Arena means that the gap extended to 8 with just 6 to play. We'll probably have 3, potentially 4 of those final 6 games in the next episode alongside that big Champions League quarter-final as we look to finish the season strong with a league and European double. But guys, that will do it for today. I will catch you for the next episode very soon. Take care and peace.